I'm Basanta from Smart Tech Guide. In this video, I'm going to show you how to access your PC, any kind of PC from anywhere. Whether you are remote, you are working at work, but you need to access some files from your home or anything. If you want to view some important file on your PC while you are on vacation or while you are on some friend's place, then this is the right guide. Let's dive into the demo. For this, I'll use my two of the device, MacBook and Windows, and try to access from one another, and I'll also try to access from the mobile app. So let's start on that. This is there are a couple of apps, but I'm gonna use Google Chrome Remote Desktop. It's from the Google, of course, remotedesktop.google.com, and you have to sign up for the first time with your Google account and allow your PC to remotely connect. For the first time, you have to add the device, and then after that, every time onward you can actually use that the same account. You log into the Chrome browser, just remotedesktop.google.com/access, and then you will be able to access all of your saved PC. For that, let me go to the regular without access. If you click on that, it directly navigates to the remote access, and for the first time, if you don't have anything saved here, you'll have option to add the current PC. Because I have already enabled for both of these PC, let me show you with by removing this one. Okay, 1 second, and you'll get this kind of option. This is asking you to install the device, separate app. You don't need to install separate app on MacBook. On MacBook, it asks for the separate app, but you don't need to install. It works even without installing. So I'm just gonna cross it and cross it. Let me remove it for once, and then if I remove that, yeah, now this is the kind of thing you'll see when you try to set up for the first time. This is not enabled for this MacBooks, that's why it asks me to turn on. So I need to turn on. It asks for you to the device that you are logged in from. So let's turn on. First I need to say okay, turn on, and give the name and provide some key. That's my security key, and you may choose to enable or disable this feature. It doesn't really matter much, it depends on your and it asks you to enter your PC password. That's okay, and I'm not gonna save it, and that's all. And one other thing, in the first time it will ask you to change couple of preference. I already did it before, so it doesn't ask anymore, but it will ask you to change two of the preference for the remote access, and you have to allow that. That's all. It will automatically navigate you to the corresponding preference. You just have to click check the box, and that's all. That's on the MacBook, and you can do the similar way on Windows. And Windows, it's pretty easier than the MacBook. You don't have to change a lot of different things like preference, those things. You just enable from here, and it will ask one pop-up. That's all, and that's all you need to do, and then it's saved. every time on, if you go to the remote access remote desktop.google.com/access, you'll get these two devices listed. You can access to these anytime from anywhere. You don't have to be in the same network. You can access from anywhere. One other thing is, if you access from friends PC, don't forget to log out your account and don't remember the username password, just like this option here. You don't want to remember those username and password if you logged into some other's PC. And that's all the setting you need to do before you actually access. When you try to access, just go to this URL, same URL again, and check use whichever you want to access. For example, if I want to access my laptop, then click on that, the laptop name, it will bring my laptop over here. This is my laptop, and notice this one pop-up will display on the original laptop as well as on this device. Once you click on that, it will go away, or you can keep it there on the display, doesn't matter. And you can do anything from there. You can open any app, and note that this will mirror on the main laptop. That means if you use here, then if anybody is in the home and watching your PC, they will also be able to see what you are doing. So it's mirror kind of. That's pretty much easy. And there are a few other apps as well, like TeamViewer and Windows remote desktop from the Microsoft that only works between Windows. And the complication with the remote desktop is there are so many firewall settings you need to adopt and make it work. It's kind of troublesome and kind of hectic for the setup itself, and when you are within network, it's pretty easy, but when you are outside the network, it's more tedious for the setup with Microsoft remote desktop. And actually that's the ideal for Windows device, but there is a lot of setup involved, and I don't want to go that route. In that case, this is the easiest way. And one other software you can utilize is TeamViewer. Back in the early days, TeamViewer was the best software for accessing cross platforms. Like you can access from mobile, you can access Windows from mobile, you can access Mac from mobile, or any kind of mobile. They have mobile app as well. It's works pretty much the same way as Google remote desktop, but this is more recent, and I prefer this over TeamViewer because I don't have to install the app for this one, because I can access it from the browser itself. I don't have to install any app. For TeamViewer, you have to install app on all the device you want to remote control, or you want to access from. If you want to access to your home PC, you have to have installed TeamViewer, and it has to be running, the app has to be running. One thing to remember is, if you want to access the computer from remote, it has to be turned on no matter what you are using as a remote desktop software. Even if you are using Microsoft remote desktop, it has to be turned on. Even if you are using TeamViewer or even this, it has to be turned on. The best preference for my use case or general public use case is remotedesktop.google.com. This is the best tool I have ever found so far, and with very little configuration. And let me show you how it works on the mobile device. I'll go and show you on the Android device, and then it will be similar for the Apple iPhones. This has both of the device has the app Google Remote Desktop. So let me show you on the mobile app. For that I need to pull my Android device screen. This is my Android device screen, and if you see here, this is the remote desktop app from the Google Play. You can download similar remote desktop app from the Apple Store for the Apple device, and then once you click on that, once you open that, you need to, for the first time, you need to log in with the same Google account, and you will see all the device listed. This is my one is my Windows, another is my MacBook. Let me show you MacBook this time. For that I need to enter connect. Now if you see, the pop-up appear on the device, and on my phone also it's there, and I can minimize or maximize. I have multiple windows over here, so and this is kind of, and you can also do it in portrait mode. It's a little difficult to manage. If you do it on the horizontal like landscape, it should switch. Oh, 1 second. Let me connect it back. Again it asks me. Say this is still on the horizontal mode. It works on the portrait. I used to turn off the rotation, that's why it's my mobile is hanging up at this time. And it depends on the network speed, so if you have poor network it may not work very well and there may be lag. If you have better network, then there may be no lag. So I have two screen over here, and you can see this all of these over here, see, and my recorded window on the second PC as well. So yeah, that's how it works. And this is my Android device. Now if I cannot mirror this device right now because I am using the FaceTime video, but I can show you from mobile itself. This is the app, remote desktop app, the second one on the bottom, and once you click on that, it will for the first time it will ask you to log in, and second time onward you will get that access. And once you click on the corresponding device, let me turn off the rotation first, turn off the rotation, and then try to access. Now this is on the landscape mode. Let me try to access my MacBook here. And again it asks me to enter the password. I entered the password. Now it connects me to the MacBook. See, that's there. And I can always zoom in, zoom out. The same screen that you saw earlier, right? So that's how you can do. And there are so many other controls over here on the bottom with this in this menu, a small menu over here, 3-dot menu, and that's all. Let me show you more option. There are obviously more option available on the laptop version, like the settings and preference like that. 1 second. Now if you see these options over here, this is the different options. You can also send Ctrl Alt Delete. I'm still accessing my Windows PC from this MacBook, so you can see all these option. You can send these key combination of keys, and configure some key mappings. You can choose to have all the displays, or you can choose only one displays. Right now I have only one primary display, that's why it doesn't have any option, but you can choose a specific display, and you can upload or download files. You can install the app as I showed you before, and that's all. And over here, these are the main preference you want to set. Scale to fit, that means it scale to fit on the browser you are opening, and resize to fit, these are the options that makes a more appropriate window of the on the browser that you open. And if you set that, it will maximize to full screen. I don't want to do that at this point because I am recording the portion of the screen, and you can do it on the full screen as well. And that's smooth scaling, that optimize the performance. Enable clipboard synchronization, you can actually copy something here and then paste it there also, or copy from Windows and then paste it here, that kind of thing. That's pretty much it is. There is not much setting you have to do initially, and you can start accessing your device. That's pretty cool. Let me move that on the side again. And let me close that. Disconnect from here. You can disconnect from here or the original bar that appears on the original computer. That's all. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching my video. Please subscribe and share my channel and videos, like my Facebook page, and don't forget to click on the bell icon next to subscribe button to get notified of my future videos. If you haven't watched my previous videos, go ahead and watch. Feel free to comment if you like to know something or have feedback for me. Until next video, have a good time. Bye bye.